Good morning, Kenya, and welcome to the program. My name is Victor. This is how we begin it. The month is coming to an end. Actually, this is the last Wednesday of the week, end of the month. Next week, we'll be talking about something completely different. And of course, we always thank you for staying with us. Now, today being a Wednesday, and we have got so much to talk about. Basically, when it comes to the country, today we'll be talking about the country at a glance. There is so much happening around, you know. We all know what's happening. The by-elections slated in the next 24 hours. That is tomorrow, Thursday. 181 candidates, you know, cleared by the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission. We have got 24 electoral areas, not electoral areas, with 7 constituencies having going to the ballot. And one of them, the oldest one, is Banisa constituency. Banisa has not had a representative or a member of parliament since March of 2023. The member of parliament died shortly after they were sworn in, and since then they've not had a representation. So tomorrow they'll have a choice to make. Okay, so let's take a look at Kenya at a glance, Mike, and of course see what's happening across the country. I'll be joined by Kelo Misori, who is the Secretary General of KUPPET, as well as Newton Kamasi. Newton Kamasi is the Secretary General of Western Kenya Professional Caucus, WEPROC. WEPROC, when we talk about Western Kenya professionals, the caucus, there's a lot of heat and tension in Malava constituency, all right? And also Gibson Gesori, who's an advocate of the High Court of Kenya, is also a political analyst. So let's take a look at Kenya at a glance. Let's talk about the by-elections, the high stakes, what is expected of the IBC, the Ethicon team, and of course the outcome and the candidates. But most importantly, you as Wanjiku, are you going to make an informed decision? So join me shortly, and we'll be taking a look at that.
Yeah, indeed, indeed. And today also I want us to talk about something else concerning insurance, and we shall be looking at financing insurance premium. That is a conversation that will be coming to you later on. I'll be having Michael Zeni Malenya, MBA, who is General Manager, Life Insurance, Equity, Bank Assurance, Intermediary. That is a conversation that will be coming to you later on in the program. But I also want to interest you with a quote by Confucius. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. Think about that. Because I think, Victor, from that quote,
yes,
I think, to me, it amplifies on simplicity of focusing on what is important.
You know, by there, why are we always worried about tomorrow? You know, it's even in the good book.
Yes.
Because life itself, we cannot compare. When we want to compare life and someone says that life is hard, compared to what?
Exactly. You know, hard is relative.
Exactly. Okay, life is so hard. Okay, yes. Hard compared to?
Because where you are right now, yes, somebody else may be saying, hey, I wish I was where Victor is right now. I wish I was where Mike is right now.
Yeah.
But then again, you talk to Mike, you hear him say, I wish I was
where Mike is.
Exactly. Like, hard is relative.
Hard is relative.
Hard is relative. So,
and basically, it's... I normally say that whatever you go through in life was already, there's always a blueprint about it.
Exactly.
So you're not there by accident. It's already in the DNA of your life. It was designed to be like that.
Yes.
It was designed that we are supposed to be here at this point. And Vivian is not supposed to be here. That was predetermined in life. So there is nothing you can do about it.
Yes.
And when somebody said that, however hard you're being kicked in any part of your body, do not show it on your face.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, you're being kicked, but you have to soldier on. So, Mike, life is not hard. We are just complicated.
We just complicate things.
But how do we complicate it?
I think, you know, there's the aspect of thinking that there is you wanting more, but the way you want to achieve it is what now to you matters. But then again, yes, you have dreams. But then again, you do not have to complicate the way you go for them. Just focus on what will get you there. Anything along the way is just noise. When you focused, I think you'll get to where you want. It's simple. Focus.
It's interesting.
Yes. And now, coming back to the elections, the by-elections that that will be happening tomorrow, you know, there are areas that are considered high stakes for both Kenya Kwanza and the opposition. And you look at an area like Mbeere North. For someone who is going to win in such a by-election, for it to be determined as a good win or a determinant win, they must win with a big margin, because that will determine a lot in terms of how the 2027 politics will go henceforth. And you look at the competition right now, it's very steep in areas like Malava and Mbeere North.
Not forgetting Kasipul.
Kasipul, yes.
That is my constituency, where I come from. But then now, come to think of it, when talk of high stakes, you have got two gentlemen who are going head to head.
Yes.
The former and the current deputy president. And so the confusion, not even the confusion, the mix and the fix in that political landscape in Mbeere North is this. The candidate who is being fronted there is a DP candidate.
Yes.
Who is chaired, DP is Justin Muturi, who is the party leader, Justin Muturi.
Yes.
Now, the former member of parliament, Godfrey Ruku, who is now cabinet secretary, was a member of DP.
Yes.
Was elected on DP ticket. And here, the government is supporting a different candidate, all right? And we also have another feeling from the Mbeere people that they need to vote for their own candidate. So it becomes a bit harder not to crack for the two gentlemen. That is the deputy president and the former deputy president, Rigathi Gachagua.
Yes.
So to speak.
Yes.
Because look at it this way. The fight for Mount Kenya is on. And Rigathi Gachagua has done that for the longest. And when you look at the deputy president right now, Kithure Kindiki, is also fighting because he is the supreme leader right now in the mountain region.
Yes.
So his fight for survival is there.
Yes.
That brings me on the front page of the Standard.
Yes.
You get what the Standard is saying? Fighting for survival.
Yes.
And what is the survival is the Standard talking about here? The political survival. Basically, it says that for the politicians, Ruto has quietly tasked with securing Mount Kenya, Western and Pastoral Belt. Tomorrow's polls are unforgiving, quite literally.
Yes.
Because victory strengthens their bargaining power heading into cabinet reshuffles, party realignments, and coalition talks. Defeat, however, will expose them as liabilities. Leaders who can't shift votes, can't whip local loyalties, and can't deliver when it matters. In a government that measures value in raw numbers, failing at home is political suicide. Now that explains what I'm talking about.
Yes.
I think Kenyans have made fun out of the deputy president.
They have made, I think Kenyans make fun of almost every leader.
Yes.
And that is probably the way they take things easy. And given what is captured on the front page of that newspaper, I think it speaks more to this for the former and the current deputy president. In that Mbeere North is a battle of the deputies.
Yeah. And
that is more about the political influence that each has within the mountain region.
Yeah.
And it's going to be very, given the way they have been doing campaigns rigorously, it's going to speak, the outcome of that by-election tomorrow will indicate, will speak to the political influence each has within that region. And for any one of them, in terms of to have bragging rights, so to speak, their candidate must win decisively so that they can have that bragging right saying, you know what, this is what happened. I am my political influence within this region is higher than yours. But then again, it speaks to how maybe it's an indicator of how 2027 politics, especially within Mount Kenya, will look like.
Have you had, I know in your life you've had certain tests done and you're waiting for the result.
Yes.
I don't know which one in particular.
Yeah.
Which one in particular? Malaria test?
Yeah, especially a blood.
Yeah, and the doctor tells you, wait there for 15 minutes. The palpitation, the anxiety, what the outcome would be.
Yeah.
So I think it's akin to what these politicians are going through right now.
Yeah.
Because they are put on the political weighing scale quite literally, because now the president has not said anything. The president has not gone to those regions to campaign, probably, you know, just passing by. But then, the way they have campaigned, look at Musalia Mudavadi. He's camped in Malava quite literally, supported by his lieutenants. We have got Farouk Kibet actually, you know, camping there in Malava constituency. We have got the likes of Boni Halwale, who is now the government chief whip in the Senate and supporting a different candidate who is not a government candidate. So you look at whatever they are going through right now, the political anxiety is quite unbearable for them.
Yes.
But they are politicians and they know each other.
And they have done politics for quite some time, so this should not be a problem to them.
They might know each other.
Yes.
But then, when it comes to political arithmetic, the center will hold.
Yes.
The center will not stop holding. The center will hold because they have to bring numbers.
Yeah.
They have to convince their locals. They have to convince the state, the executive, the president, that, hey, boss, you made the right choice, and here we can deliver numbers. Remember, politics is about numbers and resources and perception. If you can sway them to your side, you're home and dry and good to go.
Exactly.
So it's bare knuckles fight. As Ruto allies, rivals vie for Paul's prize. Again, almost the same thing we're talking about. As godfathers hold their breath as mini polls gamble comes to a head for leaders whom the president hopes to peg his campaigns on. A win is critical, very critical.
Yes.
To show one's worth, leaders must prove their worth in their home turfs. Very, very. So, you know, we've been talking about two candidates, Mike, before I take you, give us what's on the star. We've been talking about two candidates in Kasipul, but let me give you a breakdown on how the Standard has given it out. Now, we have got 10 candidates in Kasipul who are battling out tomorrow. 10 candidates will vie for 67,513 votes in the Kasipul parliamentary by-election tomorrow. The contenders include, let me start, bear with me. We have got Abok Isaac Kiche, who is of Kenya Moja movement, Aroko Philip Nation, independent candidate. We have got Bior Robert Mani, who is an independent candidate, Kutiende Sam Rateng Okoth, United Progressive Alliance, Okelo Jesse Samson Owen, Democratic National Alliance, Omondi Collins Okeo, Movement for Democracy and Growth, Ongondo Boyd Were, who is a candidate of ODM, Oyo Ishmael Omondi, National Liberal Party. We have Ouma Jasmine Linda Aoko, who is an independent candidate, and finally Ouma Robert Ouko, Labour Party of Kenya. So there are 10 candidates. We can only have one winner by tomorrow. The commission, this is around, as I said, 67,513 voters, registered voters, as per the IBC register. The same, which was used in 2022 general election. The votes are actually distributed in 5 wards. All right? Kasipul has 5 wards. That's East Kamagak, West Kamagak, Central Kasipul, South Kasipul, and West Kasipul. It's confusing. Normally people say it's Kasipul Kabondo or Kabondo Kasipul.
Yes.
Let me give you the difference. Initially, before the boundaries were split or delimitation of boundaries, it used to be Kasipul Kabondo constituency. It was one of the biggest constituencies in Kenya then. It was huge. Actually, it would border Kisii, and it goes up to that side of Rongo, and you go towards Kindu Bay, go towards Sondu, go back to Nyamira, it was one of the hugest constituencies before it was split. So after delimitation of boundaries, it was now split into two. We have got Kasipul constituency and Kabondo Kasipul, not Kasipul Kabondo.
Kabondo Kasipul.
Kabondo Kasipul. Initially, it was Kasipul Kabondo constituency, all right? But after it was split, it became Kasipul constituency and Kabondo Kasipul. So Kabondo Kasipul is now where it's headed by Mheshimiwa Ivo Bara, okay? Kabondo Kasipul. And Kasipul was represented by the late Sir Charles Ongondowere.
Yes.
So that's where the by-election is. All right. Now you get it?
Yes, now I get it.
Very good.
You know, what is captured on the front page of the Star is just exactly what we've talked about. Ruto Gachagua mini-election battle shifts to vote protection. Trusted generals to oversee the process seen as a test run for 2027. That is a story that is captured on page 6 of the Star. There it said that President William Ruto and Democracy for Citizens Party leader Rigathi Gachagua have shifted their by-election showdown to an all-out vote protection battle. The areas that some analysts have termed the mini polls as a test run for 2027.
Yeah.
And also the areas that include Mbeere North, Magarini, Malava, Kasipul, Narok Town, and which are expected to witness razor-thin contests. So these are high-stakes kind of a by-election that is going to take place tomorrow, and all eyes will be on these areas. But more importantly, the areas like Malava, Kasipul, Mbeere North, those one present a very uphill task for the candidates that will be contesting over there. Also, IEBC's credibility at stake amid bribery violence allegation. That is a story told also on page 6. The reconstituted Electoral Commission is increasing under scrutiny over allegations of electoral tampering, bribery, and inaction on cases of violence during campaigns. That story you can find on page 6 of the Star newspaper. PS, Hustler Fund build credit footprints for 27 million Kenyans. That story is told on page 12 of the Star newspaper. How Raila saved sister, that is a burial from abusive MP. That is story you can read on page 6. No room for misconduct at IEBC. Chair Erastus Ethekon tells Kenyans. That is a story you can read on page 8 of the Star newspaper. Kenya needs to find sustainable transport system to actualize the dream. The state needs to foster collaborations. You can read that story on page 7 of the Star newspaper. Borrowing from Peter to pay Paul, how Treasury spent 2.7 trillion debt. That story is told in detail on page 4 of the Star newspaper. Illegal transfer of domestic debt funded recurrent expenditure instead of development project as required by law. That story, read it in detail on page 4 of the Star newspaper. Victor, what is captured on the Nation?
Okay. On the Daily Nation, it's all about IEBC again.
Yes.
But before you get that, it's the story about the Odinga family again. That's captured there. Another blow to Odinga family as Raila's youngest sister passes away. People used to call Raila Wadga Kinyi and all that. But it's said that Beryl lived a very quiet life.
Yes.
She lived a very quiet life, and she took her last yesterday at the age of 78. Okay, so our prayers and hopes and sympathy goes to the Odinga family once again.
Indeed.
Okay, come back to the front page of the Daily Nation. IBC faces big test in mini polls. That is on the front page of the Daily Nation. Opposition politicians have already gone to court to demand more electoral reforms. So it's a case of make or break for the electoral body. The Electoral Commission says that it is all set to deliver credible by-elections tomorrow, which many Kenyans will be watching with an eye on 2027. Will the IBC chairman Erastus Ethekon and his team steer the hotly contested polls in a free, fair and transparent manner? Will the conduct restore the confidence in the commission? I remember talking about this sometimes back with my guests, and the question was the credibility test that the Ethekon team is now facing. IBC, IEC, we call them, all those electoral commissions in the past have been, dogged by a lot of mistrust and a lot of questions by Kenyans. Remember, even way back then, the opposition would go to court to challenge some of the decisions that the commissions were making, and now the Ethekon and his team are now having to test waters tomorrow. Some would call it a litmus test. We all did chemistry, and we know what a litmus test can do. So it's for them to make sure that they get the confidence from Kenyans who will be going to the ballot tomorrow. Kalonzo Musyoka said that the new IBC team will it says that this is a new IBC team, and we all know how it came to be in for office. That's a Kalonzo Musyoka in verbatim. It is the lowest rated public institution when it comes to trust by the public. So the chairman and his commission have a huge responsibility, true to what is being said here. So I think they have got a lot of pressure. Yes. You remember what Aludalala said, the communications director of the commission's communications, said that they are independent. They are going to do whatever possible and whatever is in their purview to make sure that they deliver that election squarely. Reports is that 6 in 10 school children struggle with reading and maths. Wow. This is a grim reality, for real. 6 in 10 children cannot read a simple sentence or solve basic math problems. Alarmingly, 2/3 of these 3 are currently in school. Okay? Are currently in school. The findings were revealed in a new report by the People's Action for Learning Network that measured learning outcomes among 89,870 school children aged between 5 to 16 years. So, Mike, you can imagine, and this is in 12 counties, 12 years across 12 countries. The results raise major concerns about the quality of education in many low and middle income countries. So it's a grim reality. It comes to a certain number here that 43% of 10-year-olds in Kenya who meet benchmark compared to Tanzania, 33%, and Uganda, 4%.
Wow, that is serious.
Okay, let me take that again. Let it sink in. 43% of 10-year-olds in Kenya meet benchmark compared to Tanzania, 33%, and Uganda, 4%.
Boiling down to the quality of education.
There you have it. There you have it. So there's another battle in Nyamira. When there was another impeachment happened there. The MCAs ousted for the 3rd time.
Yes.
Their governor.
Almost Nyaribo.
So it's now time for the Senate to do its work one more time. I don't know how this thing can be resolved once and for all. It's becoming... Yeah? Did you ever watch Tom and Jerry?
Tom and Jerry? Yes.
You can sit and watch Tom and Jerry. Even right now, you can still sit and watch Tom and Jerry.
It's on YouTube.
Yes, those two are crazy people. Tom would do this, Jerry would do that. Jerry would do that, Tom would do this.
But this is a big question about impeachments of governors. Has it been misused? has it been misused by members of the county assembly? Maybe to have their way, and impeachment is the only way to them. Has it been misused? That is a question that comes out, because looking at the number of impeachments that we've had, especially since 2022, begs that question. What is the end game? Has it been misused?
Good question.
Yeah.
Because we've had so many impeachments.
Exactly.
With the fiercest one was Kawira Mwangaza.
Yeah.
You remember that? And that was one big battle.
Yes.
Okay. So let's wait and see how the Senate is going to do it this time around, because when you have got 3 impeachments in under 2-3 years, that is a lot of work to do. That is absolutely a lot of work. Even if it's about the accusations and allegations against the governor, it cannot be that one person making same mistakes in a span of, few months apart.
Yes.
It's quite expensive, Mike. It's quite expensive putting up that legal team.
Exactly.
It's huge. It's a very big task. And now, almost everything in that county has stopped.
Yes.
Because where the governor is supposed to appear and sign, it means that he cannot do it right now.
Exactly.
The powers are completely now limited. So, again, let's wait and see how IBC is going to run it. I mean, the Senate, I beg your pardon,
yes.
is going to run it. I was reading about IBC faces credibility test in mini polls.
Yeah.
My mind runs so fast. Okay, so Ethicon says that the commission does not take instructions from any individual and political actors or other external forces. Basically, they say that they're independent. And so if you are thinking of giving them conditions and instructions, ole wako. Opposition has filed a case seeking orders compelling agency to gazette polling station in 6 months before elections. And it's quite... they actually talk about gazetting polling stations. We saw what really is happening in Baringo County, where some polling stations are actually submerged underwater. They no longer exist.
Yes.
Actually, they're underwater. Schools are completely marooned. So they are to do that within 24 hours. I think by the end of today, they'll have new polling centers gazetted for that by-election. So IBC officials says that all is set for by-elections. Broad-based blues wrangles test strength of Ruto and Raila deal. We've talked about this over and over again. A chord tested by hardline positions, clashing expectations, and widening gap between public assurance and behind-the-scenes maneuvers. Now, Nyamira MCA's vote to impeach Nyaribo for the 3rd time.
Yes.
This is my take. Whatever the case or whatever the accusations or whatever the allegations may be, this is my own take. I have no political ambitions and I'm not bidding for anybody. I think the people of Nyamira deserve a chance to be served, both by the MCAs and the governors.
Yes.
That is what's happening. The MCAs need to deliver in their respective wards. If it all goes this way, that let's just say, and God forbid, that it goes to the extreme, and Nyamira County is now subjected to another by-election.
Yes.
Can we just think about that? Then it means that IBC will gazette another by-election in that county, not by-election. The deputy governor will take over.
Yes.
All right? The deputy governor will take over. And we have got a few months, around 18 or so, to the next election. This is my plea, that the MCAs, whichever political ambitions you have,
yes,
or whatever it is, I am not a voter in Nyamira, but you need to serve your people. You need to pass the bills. You need to legislate. You need to, do those roads. Going to the village, I passed through Nyamira. You need to work. We need to work. Political ambitions will come and go.
Because this has a ripple effect even to service delivery.
Exactly.
To the people.
All right. Sawa. So kwa hayo machache na mengi tunakuomba sana tuchukue nini Mike?
Unaitwa muda wa mapumziko.
Mapumziko madogo tu.
Madogo tu.
Tafadhali usiondoke hapo. Ni wakati wetu wa kumeza mate na kutafuta chai.
Ama kopo la chai, kopo la maji.
Okay. Kopo la ngoa.
Kopo la maji.
We'll be right back. Stay with us. Mike ameharibu hii kitu.